Hey everybody, it's that time again. Got something a little bit different for you today, but hopefully something of interest. So, let's get started. I guess you're all, or a lot of you are familiar with a company named Vevor who make tools. Well, I've bought quite a few, upside down, quite a few things from them over the last year or so, and well, this is the latest. Years ago I had a lovely cartridge pot tester for injectors. Now I lent that to somebody, I forget who, it was a long time ago, but I lent that to somebody and never saw it again. So I thought I'll buy myself a new one. And I have. Here it is. Comes from Vevor. As I say, my past experience with Vevor stuff, and bear in mind I am not affiliated with Vevor in any way, shape or form, but tools I bought from them in the past have been pretty good. So for about £90, £80, something like that, I thought, well, I'm not going to spend £1,000 on a new cartridge one for something I'm going to use, I don't know, a dozen times a year. So let's spend £80 on this and see how we get on with it. So, looks quite well made. Nice castings on it. It's pretty well finished. Comes with 2 pipes. Can't think of the exact sizes offhand, but both metric and yeah, well, all the injector pipes on the old masses are metric. I think all old CAV stuff is metric, even though the rest of the metric threads, even though the rest of the stuff is SAE or Imperial. Anyway, so I've got some injectors off the 175 here, and we're going to have a quick play with this to see how it works. Right, I've put some diesel in. I've selected the correct pipe. In there you've got a little bleed screw, and once you put diesel in you loosen that off just to purge any air. Tighten that, which is bypass valve, and then I'm going to give it a few pumps to purge. Right, it's all purged. I of course forgot to turn the camera on for that. Tighten these 2 up, put this injector off the 175 on there, and I'm just going to find something to clamp this down to the bench so that we can give it a go. Right, I think we're there. I've bolted this to a board and put a suitable counterweight on the other end, and tighten the glands, attach your whatever that thing's called, and I think we're ready to give it a go. There's a couple of things that we can actually use this for. It's not just for the pot pressure, but we can use it for well, look at the spray. We can look at first of all the pressure that pops off, the spray pattern, and we can use it for checking for leaks anywhere in the injector body as well, and also to how well it holds pressure. So there's you know, it's not just a simple, well, it is a simple test, but it can tell you a number of things. Before we make a start, just to keep the safety sallies out there happy, in theory you shouldn't use diesel in here as a testing. You can actually buy fluid for testing these things. The reason being, if the ejector is healthy and working properly, you get a lovely atomized and extremely flammable mixture of diesel squirting out, which is, I don't know, generally frowned upon. Next thing is, it is also, they tell me, although I'm not dead yet, they tell me that it's very, very bad if you inhale this atomized diesel as well. Not good. And the other thing that you need to be aware of is that for a healthy injector of this type, it's going to want to pop off somewhere anything between 1700 and 2500 psi, or around 1200 to 120 to 170 kilopascals. Is that right? I think that's right, yeah. Or, yeah, 12 to 17 megapascals. I think that's right. Anyway, yeah, but that's what we're looking at. We're looking at if it's all healthy, and you might not realise, but that will go straight, if you put your finger over there when you're pressing it down and it's popping off, that will go straight through your skin and enter your bloodstream in little tiny globules of diesel, will float around inside you, causing you probably more discomfort than when you hit your toe on the corner of the workbench the other day while you were wearing flip-flops in the workshop, or whatever. Anyway, it's going to hurt and it is going to spoil your day, and if you're really lucky, it could kill you too. So best to avoid sticking your fingers over there. So yeah, wear gloves like I do, use eye protection like I do, and don't use diesel in the thing like I do. Okay, all right. Let's have a look at the spray pattern anyway and see if we can see what's happening. So the first thing, we're going to screw in the bypass valve here. And pump this down. And see what pressure that goes. Well, first of all, what's the first thing you notice? That should have 4 jets in it. It's only got 1. So what fuel's going through is only coming out of 1 jet. It's generally not a good sign. The next thing you'll notice, if I bring you round here, is that it is popping off at about 1200, which is a long way too low. The good thing is that it is holding the pressure. So we're not getting any leakage around the body, we're not getting any leakage around the valve assembly inside, or the pintle, we're not getting any leakage on there. But we are definitely popping off a long way before they should. So let's have a look at another one. Right, put another injector on there. Let's see how this one goes. Close the bypass valve. And whoa, that one not even registering on the pressure. We're getting 4 jets, but they are quite liquid. They're not a mist, and it's popping off very, very low pressure. That one is looking healthier, and that one was quite high. That was about 3000 psi, 20 megapascals. So, but again, only the one jet. And finally, let's see what this one has to say for itself. Right, open the bypass and pump. Okay, it's coming up. 2000 psi, 2700, 3300. But that one, hopefully you can see there, nice fine mist of diesel, and that one I think was probably, it's not great, but that one was probably working. So one thing I think we can say about the 175 is it was going to be very, very hard to start, and was not going to run well. Anyway, so I think that's probably enough for today. You've had enough excitement for one day, so I think we'll call it a day at that. But if you're looking for one of these things, I would recommend this little Vevor thing. As I say, I've got no association with them at all. It's quite well put together. They sell spare parts. They provide a set of O-rings with it. Yeah, all in all, it seems to be reasonably solid. So yeah, if you're looking for one, buy one. I'll put a link in the description if you're interested. I'm happy with that. And the other thing I think we've learnt today is that I need to get a new set of injectors for the 175. Anyway, that'll do. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next time. Bye.